Greetings everyone, Glenn Kellaway coming to you from the basement. Second time I recorded this video. I went on for 13 frickin' minutes and I have no sound. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, doing it over. This is showing some records and CDs. VCLT from John, Music Talk with John. John gave me these records when we got down here and met up yesterday, and I'm so appreciative. He gave me some really cool stuff. So please, if you're not subscribed to John's channel, please do so. Music Talk with John, and let's see what he gave me. First of all, the grail of it all was an album that I bought when I was a kid when it came out, the Four Tops second album. I've never owned it since. And I always loved this album. I mean, I can't help myself on it. It's the same old song. Something About You. This is a great, great record. Levi Stubbs, man, could that guy sing? There's one. Two, he gave me Peter Gabriel's So. Now, I told him I think I might have this, but I was like 90% sure. So I took it, and I'll pass it on to another deserving soul if I go home and find out that I do have this on vinyl. But all these records are in great shape. This one's got to be in great shape. Still sealed. Billy Joel, Piano Man. John's a huge Billy Joel fan, and I like Billy Joel. A lot of people crap on him, but I think he's a pretty talented guy. And Captain Jack's on this album. Great song. Jean-Luc Ponty, great jazz violinist. Jean-Luc Ponty. Played with Frank Zappa, many others. And Imaginary Voyage, Jean-Luc Ponty. That's from 1975, I think. This looks like a pretty interesting album. I've never even paid attention to it before. I've seen it in the wild, but hold on a second. B.B. King, In London. Everybody's on this album, man. Ringo Starr, Peter Green, Alexis Corner, sorry. Jim Price and Bobby Keys, Gary Wright, Klaus Voormann, Steve Marriott, Greg Ridley, Jerry Shirley, Jim Gordon. The name Bill Perkins is on here. Now, wasn't that Bill Wyman from the Stones? Wasn't that his real name? Maybe, is that him like not being contractual and have to do something, or is this another Bill Perkins? Mac Rebenach, Dr. John, Jim Keltner, the great drummer. Might be a pretty interesting album. So, and last but not least on the vinyl, ZZ Top, Tres Hombres. Probably my favorite well, I don't know, Eliminator's hard to beat, but this is probably second. And I don't have it on vinyl, so pretty happy. Gave me a bunch of CDs as well. Chris Isaak, I've been kind of getting back into him. When I picked up the album with Wicked Game on it. Now I'm drawing a blank on the title of that album. I've never heard this one, but interested in hearing it. A Stones comp. Boy, I've never seen a Stones comp before. 40 Licks, Stones. It's got everything you'd want on it, plus stuff you don't want on it. And I don't own this one, so we'll give it a shot. You can't go wrong with Booker T and the MGs. I mean, there's not a Booker T and the MGs song I can't listen to. I've never heard one that I go, that sucks. So Sound the Alarm, Booker T. Pretty cool. George Thorogood, the best of George Thorogood. Once you've heard one George Thorogood song, you've heard his whole catalog as far as I'm concerned. And so a comp is fine with me. I get Bad to the Bone and move it on over. I Drink Alone, one bourbon, one scotch, one beer. They're all the same. They're all the same song. Here's a band I've never heard of, Something Happens. And the album's called Stuck Together with God's Glue. I have no clue. We'll find out. Alan Parsons Project. Very casual fan, like the most casual fan on the list of casual fans. And so I got a comp, the best of Alan Parsons Project. I'm happy with that. Gonna give it a listen. Maybe it'll spark my interest. Another Billy Joel, Turnstiles. This was always probably my favorite Billy Joel album because it's got New York State of Mind on it. Miami 2017, Summer Highland Falls, which is a great song. Excellent Billy Joel album. I did not have this on CD, and I don't think I have it on vinyl. Led Zeppelin, the song remains the same. I've never been a huge fan of this album, but I'm happy to have it in my collection now because I avoided ever picking it up. And last but not least, this is a really interesting one. The anthology so far, Ringo Starr and his All-Star Band, goes right back to the first tour in 1989, which is the one I saw with, I think, the best lineup he's ever had. I mean, this is an all-star band. Clarence Clements, Rick Danko, Levon Helm, Dr. John, Jim Keltner, Niels Lofgren, Billy Preston, and Joe Walsh. If that's not an all-star lineup, then you don't know what an all-star lineup is. That's it. Thank you, John. Please subscribe. John, Music Talk with John. He walks, he talks, he shows records, he goes to the record store and shows us new releases. Got a great channel, and thank you, John. He's an awesome dude. Next, when Marcia and John and I went to the record store, after we went out for a lunch, and the place we went, Marcia said, there's a small little record store up the street, let's go after. So we went afterwards. John didn't go, he had to go home and see the fam, but we went, and really small little place. They sold vintage rock t-shirts and stuff like that. Those things are going for a freaking fortune. Anyway, I looked through all their vinyl, and then I saw a bin, $10 each. So I started going through it, and the guy said, if you buy 3, I'll give you 1 free. So 3 for $20. I found 3 that I was really after. 2 of them I was looking for at the record show earlier and couldn't find them. One was the Guess Who, because Guess Who albums used in good shape are hard to find in Canada. And this is my favorite Guess Who album, Share the Land. I found a pretty close to mint copy. It's an awesome album on RCA label. Great record. I love the song Share the Land. Hand Me Down World's on here. This is almost like a hits album. Bus Rider, Do You Miss Me Darlin', Share the Land, Hang On to Your Life, and my favorite track on this is Come Down Off the Money Bag. So, yeah, I was really excited when I saw that. So that was 1 down. I went, okay, I need to find 2 more. I find my favorite Joni Mitchell album, which I've been looking for on vinyl in a good used condition, Hey Jira. It's got my favorite Joni Mitchell song, which is Amelia. Coyotes on this, which she did on The Last Waltz. It's a great record. So I'm real happy about that. And the third one I got was a minty version or copy of Warren Zevon's Bad Luck Streak in Dancing School. This has got one of my favorite Warren Zevon songs on it called Play It All Night Long. And yeah, so I'm sure my friend Randall Nelson will be going, yay, when he sees this. So that's it. I did this, it took me 13 minutes to do the first time, so I'm talking a little faster. Please subscribe to John's channel, Music Talk with John. Go over and subscribe to Marcia's channel if you haven't, Marcia P. And there's another gentleman I want to give a shout out to, Jason Arsenault, who's come on my live chat, come on the live chat with Rob when he's hosted it. And he finally started his own channel. Really knowledgeable guy, passionate about music, lives in northern BC, and just one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. And John started his own channel, so please go over there and give him some love and give him some support. And we will be back soon. Take care.